Need inspo for your 2024 summer bucket list?
Then this is the episode for yous. Welcome back to another episode of Long Island Tea, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Sharon. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's here. Memorial Day is upon us. Sharon.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we've got a lot coming up right before Memorial Day, but it's just like, this is it.
I know.
We're
Summer
here.
is starting.
Yes.
So excited.
Yes, me too. And I'm ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
So how you doing?
How you doing? I'm doing good. Memorial Day is coming up. That means it's like summertime.
I know. Oh my God. And I'm excited about it, but I was telling you, I'm in an emotionally fragile state today.
You are. Mm-hmm.
Because it's just a busy day here at the office. We're here, we're filming the pod, and then we go straight from here to our super awesome, fun partnership kickoff with News 12 for our East End show. And it's going to be, we've got like 100 people.
Oh my gosh, we have so many
coming
people
to the
going.
Hamptons.
It's crazy.
We have to go to the Hamptons.
Sorry.
And Nick and Tony's, like the famous Hampton spot. And that's all fantastic and fabulous, except Kenzie leaves today, my oldest. You know, she leaves for her study abroad program. Mm-hmm. So she's going to be gone for 3 weeks. And like Mom of the Year, I can't even be there to say goodbye to her.
So busy.
So I was like, Mark of Elegance, can we get her a car service? She's like by herself, packing up to leave the house. But it was fine. We spent some time this morning together.
Good.
Went and got her, of course, an egg everything bagel.
Oh,
from Bagel Express.
Did she eat it like a sandwich?
Oh my God! By the way, yes.
Yeah.
So she does the eating it like a sandwich, but she cuts it in half.
Yeah.
And then she eats half stacked. So funny enough, though, I got a text. Where was I? I don't know, when I was traveling or something. I got a text from our hot tea, Lisa Black.
Oh, okay.
And she sent me a picture of her bagel, and she's like, I'm a Long Island lifer, multi-generation, and I eat mine in halves as well. And I was like, girl,
Lisa,
that is my girl. And she's like, you should do a poll and see if people eat theirs in half or in it. And I was like, yes, ma'am.
Yes, we will.
I was like, see?
I didn't get that
Everyone's
text.
shaming me. Everyone's like shaming me. And I was like, there's another hot tea. And I love that she listens still.
I know, me too.
So no, she ate it in half. And so we listened to the Taylor Swift's Tortured Poet Department and got her all ready and, asked questions, and I went and got her like a bunch of travel stuff. But I was just saying to you, I mean, she's 19. Mm-hmm. She is doing the study abroad program outside of Marseille, France, in this cute little provincial town.
I love this.
But before that, she flies into Rome.
Right.
And she's meeting up with some friends of hers in her sorority. They're on a study abroad in Florence. So, like, first of all, the life.
Right? Imagine.
What? I mean, I remember the first time I went to Europe, it was like late 20s, and it was a work trip. And it was like the best thing. I just, like, you had to pinch me. And here we are, 19. She's just
living her best life.
Living her best life.
World traveler.
It's all wonderful things.
Yes.
But it is like wild. She's going to fly to Rome by herself,
I know, that's
figure out her
crazy.
way. And then she's got to figure out how to get to Florence, and from Florence, she's doing it all alone.
Yeah. All by herself. But like, that's like pride for you as a mama, like, my goodness, that little girl, not so little anymore.
So brave.
So brave.
And she's going to grow so much and learn
challenging
so
herself
much.
that way. I think that's
incredible.
incredible.
I just had I never seen the movie Taken.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be so terrified of that, because
yeah.
she is also, innocent, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
No, I'm very proud of her, and it's exciting, and
That's
I can't wait
amazing.
to follow her journey. And it was funny when I texted Mark of Elegance, I was like, I just realized, of course, like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I looked at my calendar.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't be there to drive her. I'm like, the sacrifices of a working mom.
Yeah. 100%.
And I have to send my daughter to the airport by herself. And he's like, also. And he's so sweet, because he's like, also the reason why she's able to do these things is because of you and how hard you work. And I'm like, thank you. I need the hype. Up. And then, of course, like our other board member, Dave Widmer from News 12, I was telling him, because he's going to be at the event tonight. And he's like, okay, listen, we've got the Widmers. We have family.
Aww.
We got family in Italy, family in France. Anything you need, one phone call away.
Oh, my goodness.
She's got like we've got a lot of relatives.
Oh, good.
Our roots are deep.
Yeah.
In Italy. And I was like,
I love that.
You got a guy.
You got a fam.
I was like, this is the Long Island.
It is.
Community, right? Everyone's like, we've got her. Yes. It's a pretty awesome community. So I was like, okay. And I told her that too. I'm like, anything you need.
Yeah.
We've got a network of people.
Right. That's awesome.
Ready.
That's so good. I'm so proud of her. I'm so excited.
Like, how far are you from Sicily? Because we know some people. Okay. Anyway, no, it's really exciting. And, but it made me think, I'm going to go a little bit into some, I won't even call it celebrity, but it's all the talk right now. These young women that are so amazing and they're paving the way and they're the future, men and women, but like I have daughters, so that's my world that I'm living in, and they're the future. And I'm so proud of all of them. And then you hear the kicker from the Kansas City Chiefs commencement speech. Did you hear about this, Michael? In this day and age,
I know.
The fact that you've got someone giving a commencement speech to a graduating class of men and women talking about how women's lives don't begin until they're homemakers. I mean, it blows my mind. It's like, what about that? We were talking about that Reddit article last week where there's a lot of women that have very fulfilling lives.
Being single
and without kids. And, like, why does that have to define you? And what if men want to be homemakers? Why are we defined by these roles? It makes me, I'm like, I can't stop seeing the TikToks about
it. I went down that rabbit hole last night. Yeah. I think I sent you one.
Yeah. You were sending me TikToks. I have one to send you.
Oh my God.
It's a great one. It's what we talked about.
Right.
This woman's wearing like, she's making fun of it and she's listening to the speech. And you can tell it's like a trash bag. It looks like a black robe and a hat, like a graduation hat. And she's like listening to the speech about how proud he is of everyone. And then he starts talking about how women should be homemakers. And that's the only thing that fulfills you in life is when you get married and have children and how men are the leaders. And she like takes off the black and she puts on a red cape and like the Handmaid's Tale hat. 100%. She's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's so crazy to me.
It's scary.
I know. And like even watching Handmaids, like I love Handmaid's Tale. It's an incredible story there that was done so well. But
you think it's so far-fetched.
It's so far-fetched, but then you're watching it and then you're like, oh no, this could be total reality.
And it happens so easily and it's really scary. And so, I'm very proud of all those adventurous girls in Europe paving their way and learning and being very worldly. So just keep doing what you're doing and just don't listen to that nonsense. But
don't listen to that nonsense.
That makes me insane. And, he might lose his job for it, which, by the way, if you... We do another podcast, you and I, called C-Suite Tea. And Michael's been doing a great job of getting those new episodes up and I love listening to them. They're little short snippets. And one of them is about, we talk a lot about making sure wherever you are, you represent your company brand and your company values. Yeah. So not that your personal views should impact your job. Right. You should be able, whatever it is you think, whatever your views are, you're also welcome to have them.
Right, right.
But once you start publicizing those.
The fact that it was a commencement speech.
As an ambassador of your brand or your company, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it's going to impact, the Chiefs brand.
Right, right.
And they're going to have to make decisions. And I hope I know what those decisions are. Because let me tell you what would happen if I was the CEO of that company.
Oh my God.
Anyway, it's just wild.
It is wild.
How's your week been going?
Good. Yeah. It's good.
Well, it's been a wild week.
It's been a wild week, I think. It's just a lot. But no, everything's all good.
Emotional roller coaster week. Well, you just finished our audit.
Yeah.
Which is always a lot of work and exciting though, because we get to make sure that we're, crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and we're so fiscally responsible and careful here.
It's exciting to have that behind behind us. But it's also great to be, hey, look what we've done.
Exactly.
I think it's just so great.
And we have, I think the most respected and prestigious external auditors in Long Island, if not in New York.
Yeah.
Naraki Smith, shout out to them because, they give us great feedback. Mm-hmm. They make sure that when we go through this process, it's not just to make sure that we're doing everything, by the book, which we always try to, of course, but what are the latest best practices? What are the learnings? How can we always improve? Mm-hmm. And they give us, sometimes great suggestions that we always look forward to implementing.
Absolutely. And they're very, they're known for the nonprofit world.
Yes.
So it's just really important every time we do say who our accounting firm is, everybody's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's great. Well, they bring a lot of credibility to our organization. And that's why we pay them because they're the best and we want to be the best.
Right.
And so we always want to just raise the bar and be the best. So I love that. So thank you for listening to me rant about Kinsey. But everything else is, Thomas is traveling again. He's in Atlanta. Oh my gosh. And then of course he goes to Atlanta and he flew out of wherever. I think he had to fly out of LaGuardia, but back to JFK. I can't remember. And literally the day he leaves, Frontier announces $19 flights out of Long Island MacArthur.
Oh my gosh.
To Atlanta that start like tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
I told him, I was like, awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
That is a game changer.
There's a lot of business that gets done between Atlanta and Long Island.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, God, if that was in place, I could just come and meet you for dinner.
Right? See you at 4:00.
Exactly. I could come see you. No, but that's a great new flight.
That is awesome.
And I love, a lot of our seasonal flights at Long Island MacArthur start right now.
Have you follow them obviously on social. They're doing like such a good job with their social media lately. I don't know if they got a new person in or
I don't know.
They just kind of revamped it, but they're doing a really good job.
And they've got a lot of good news to talk about.
Right. So, that's probably what it is.
Yeah. Well, so cheers to, and if Long Island MacArthur, if you're going to go to Atlanta, $19.
$19. That's awesome.
Come on.
Yeah.
And so I was like, dang. I know. But after this, I think we settled down a little bit.
Oh, good.
There's just, you and I haven't really had a chance to catch up personally. I know.
Exactly.
There's a lot going on the family scene. But Finnegan started driving himself to work.
I love that.
And he works near Ronkonkoma. Mm-hmm. And he starts usually at like 6.
Okay.
But he's trying to beat rush hour traffic. So he's been leaving at like 2:30.
Oh, God.
I'm like, no, don't. And then he sits in the parking lot for like an hour and a half.
I'm
like,
my gosh.
Honey.
It's okay.
I understand you want to give yourself time. But anyway.
I want to know, how did Mima do?
She's fine.
Okay.
So fine. So here's a little Mima story. Mm-hmm. So, Mima's been in and out of the hospital the last few months. And so she's not as mobile. And she also just retired. She was still like a teaching assistant for special needs kids. Mm-hmm. And that kind of kept her going and active. And so she just retired. And so all of this has been like a big life change for her. And she's been like just sitting in the house a lot watching TV. So I told Thomas it was Mother's Day right after her birthday.
Right.
So I'm like, we gotta.
We
got some making up to do.
Yes.
First of all, we've got to raise the bar. Mm-hmm. So I said, you know what I love to do is I love to sit on my front porch in my chair and people watch all the neighbors. Yeah. And I'm like, we got to get her out of the house, but not too far. Yeah. Where she can go up. So we got her a very lovely chair.
I love that.
That she can sit. So she called us on Mother's Day with the sun shining
gleaming in her face. I love it.
Sitting in her outdoor chair.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I'm like, you're going to get all that neighborhood tea.
Yeah.
First of all.
I love it.
And Thomas was like, well, there was an ottoman that comes with it. I wasn't sure you want it. She's like, I'd take it. Yes. Like, okay. All right, Mima.
That's so cute.
We made it up for Mother's Day.
Good.
And I love it because it was like, I have to say it was my idea.
Yeah. Good. Good on you.
I know. So who doesn't love to sit out, especially summer?
Oh, I know. I do.
But
I like to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Well,
you're so close.
I'm so close to the beach. Yeah. But like my neighbors are funny. Oh. You don't know what you're smelling. What's going on.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Yeah. So I'm good.
You're going to stay inside or go to the beach. Because why wouldn't you? You live right by that beautiful sandy beach. Love it. You're ready. That's your time. Ready. That's your beach time.
It's my prime time right now.
I'm so excited. How was your Mother's Day?
It was good.
Okay, moving on.
How was your Mother's Day? No, it was lovely. I told you Dan's birthday's the day before.
Yes.
And so it was a big weekend, so it was a lot. But we had a great weekend. It was very fun and relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was great, I have to say. We thought about going to all the brunch places. And in fact, we called a lot of them.
Yeah.
They were all sold out.
Yeah.
Which turned out to be fine. So we went on like a little beach walk and collected seashells.
Oh, I love it.
Because we have a little bowl by our bathtub that we have some nice seashells. And then the girls had like a little crafting thing, and they made, I'll send you a picture. They got it off TikTok, and you put basically caulk on the back of a plastic phone case, and you put seashells in it, and it looks like sand.
Oh,
and they did a little
it.
crafting thing.
That's so cute.
It's amazing. So they collected seashells, and they went on a little beach walk with me. And
so nice.
Yeah, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, exactly. Hanging out with the kids. It's awesome.
The only thing more you could ask for is maybe a Discover Long Island iced tea.
Yes.
Which is our, thank God, Dave and Buster's, we love you, our Taste of Long Island.
Yes,
this week.
I love it, and it's in our collaborative glass,
branded glasses.
Good job. So celebrating National Tea Day early, since next week we'll be at Jones Beach, which we'll talk about, but available exclusively at Dave and Buster's Islandia, Massapequa, and Westbury, featuring a QR code to download our Discover Long Island app is directly on these glasses, which is awesome. Take advantage of deals such as 50% off all games on Wednesday nights, and other deals include $5 bites after 10 p.m. and happy hour Monday through Friday at Dave & Buster's, which is awesome. How is it? It's so good, right?
It is.
Michael, did you have to make this yourself, or did it come pre-made?
So it came pre-made, and Matt brought it back. They were so nice. They gave him like a bag of ice too.
Oh,
they were
awesome.
yeah. And then they gave us some of the glasses that they had from them too. So
that's
yeah.
cute.
And they're available at all 3 locations on Long Island.
And Michael, all 3 locations include Islandia,
Westbury and Massapequa.
Perfect. Thank you. So we had our big kickoff of this at the Islandia location, and Dave and Buster's is just classic. By the way, if you don't know, they're famous for their chicken fingers.
It's so good.
Tegan was like, if you come home without the Dave and Buster's chicken fingers, you're dead to me.
Are they better than Cane's?
I don't know.
I do have to say, I heard Cane's is coming to Bayshore.
I know. Yeah, I just read that.
That's crazy.
I know. And there's also, I was in Penn Station this week. The new Penn Station that they're redoing, right when you get off the Long Island Railroad, by the way, is amazing. Not just the Moynihan, which is awesome, but right when you get off the main Penn Station line now, there's a Cane's, there's the Rose's Pizza, there's Starbucks, there's a Chopped, which is my favorite, other than Sexy Salad, my favorite salad, and a Chick-fil-A.
I love it.
I was like,
awesome.
You don't even need to leave Penn Station.
No, you just hang out there.
I mean, it's awesome. But no, thank you, Dave and Buster's. We love our partnership with you. And listen, my kids were raised on Dave and Buster's birthday parties. Oh, yeah.
I think I have 3 of them next month.
3. I mean, it's
3 Dave and Buster's birthday parties to go to.
And God forbid it's a rainy day and you planned on going to the beach. Awesome. Go do it. It's fun for the whole family. And we really appreciate their help in us launching our new mobile app on these pint glasses. And this is actually delicious.
It is really good.
I don't even know if this one has liquor in it. I'm going to pretend that it doesn't, because it tastes just like lemonade. It tastes
so good.
It's really good. Okay, thank you, Dave and Buster's. And if you want to be featured on our Taste of Long Island, just follow us on our social channels, DM us. Michael will follow up with you. You can email us at spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.
Lovely.
Yeah. So what about some Long Island life, Sharon?
Long Island life. We have a new blog post, which is so exciting. 24 must-try activities for your 2024 summer bucket list. I love how our PR team is. Like, they're just so smart with like,
they're on those
their
trends.
Tags.
They're on
I love
trends.
it.
Yeah.
Soaring to Memorial Day weekend at Bethpage Air Show. We are going to be there.
We'll be there live.
I love this. I look forward to this episode every year because it's so fun. The crowd interacts with us. I love it. It's awesome.
We're going to be drinking frozes from the concession. Because if you have not been to Jones Beach lately, their concessions are amazing.
They have leveled up so much at the state
transformed.
parks.
All the state parks. Robert Moses State Park, Jones Beach State Park. I mean, they are tip top. Tip top. It is fun.
It is so fun, and you feel like you're on vacation. You really do. Like at these new concession stands and bars there.
Yeah,
they play music. The bartenders are awesome.
It's like Cocktail, the movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it's amazing, right?
Yes.
It's amazing. And we'll be there on Friday live, so you can catch the podcast a little bit early because we usually put it up live right after. And it'll be available all weekend in case you want a sneak preview of the air show. You can listen Friday. And then our Discover Long Island team will be there all weekend.
Yes. Come see us.
On the boardwalk.
On the boardwalk. It's going to be awesome. Catch New York in bloom at Water Drinker Family Farm and Lavender by the Bay. These are just some summer bucket list things. Zip line and test your limits at Wild Play Jones Beach. Have a weekend getaway overlooking the Peconic at the Pridwin. Yes.
We love it.
Please.
Can we I want to go there again.
I know.
Loved it.
I know.
Do we need to plan another remote there?
Yes, exactly.
I think so. It's so amazing.
It is so amazing. And then always explore Long Island wine country for sure. But read more at discoverlongisland.com/blog.
Yeah, thank you. So there's a ton of stuff to do. Our blogs are always inspirational. You can go, like Sharon said, to discoverlongisland.com/blog. But if you just go to discoverlongisland.com, it's actually called our Insider's Guide.
Yeah, it's at the top.
And our Insider's Guide gives you what we're trying to give you is the insider's knowledge and info of things that you may not know.
Tips of the trade.
Tips from the experts, i.e. us. And really by us, I mean our team.
Yeah.
Who's out and about all the time.
I know. We just had a meeting right before we recorded this, and like Bree was going over the social and like all the things that they're covering. My goodness.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Our social team is everywhere. The amount, it never ceases to amaze me, the amount of work our social team pumps out. And our News 12 East End partnership is going bonkers. It's amazing. People love it.
Oh, yeah.
And our marketing team was talking about the spikes to our website.
Since then, I know. It's awesome.
She was like, what is going on with our website year over year? And it's when we launched our News 12 partnership.
Yeah.
So it's really working because people are seeing us.
Yep.
And they're seeing the content that we're doing. And then they're coming to the website. And when they go to the website, that's where they find all of our partners.
Yeah. It's amazing.
So exciting. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just blabbing on. But you know what else it is, Sharon? It's National Wine Day on May 25th.
Oh, I love this.
Yes.
So Delvino Vineyards, actually, our good friends, Fred, was just nominated and won top 100 brunch restaurants for the 4th year in a row, and was just named Long Island Choice winner for best winery.
Yeah, they were one of the ones we called for a reservation. They were like,
and they're like, sorry,
no. Like,
that's the thing.
We're the top 25 brunch places in America. So maybe plan ahead. You know what I mean?
Maybe try harder.
And by the way, and that is a huge tip. Like, you need to plan ahead for the summer because things book up and get so busy.
Yeah, don't think you can just
skirt in there because you can't. You need to make plans, and that's okay because then you'll have a plan.
Yeah.
I love Delvino. That's wonderful. And interestingly enough, we were also just talking in our meeting about how we're going to be at the Aspen Food and Wine Festival again on Father's Day weekend, which is huge. Because it's a very important audience.
Yeah.
And we get to introduce them to all of our Long Island wines. And they said last year was our first year doing it.
Right.
Number one question is like, Long Island has wines?
Yeah. Or where is Long Island?
What? Yeah. And we've got a lot of work to do, but Michael gets to go this year and cover it for social. So it's really awesome. But a lot of our vineyards will be sending wines and present there, including Wolfer, Pindar, Sparkling Point. And then if you want to know about some of our other wines, McCall Wines they were our latest East End show for News 12. And I saw the Terra Vitae on our TikTok.
Yeah, that was so cool.
It made me think about how much I loved that place.
I know. It's so funny. My sister just went out last week. She's a wine member. So she's like, where else should I go? I'm like, you need to check out Terra Vitae because like you will love them just as much as I did. And I gave her other suggestions too, but she was like, oh my God, this place is amazing. It
is amazing. And they're all different. You know, what's what I love about our vineyard. So like Sonino, you can stay overnight in their little B&B. So is Rose Hill. You can stay at their amazing place. And then Conacosta is one of our favorites. It's right on the water.
Beautiful.
Anyway, so it's National Wine Day, and you can't go wrong.
Right.
So for
and we're here for it.
Yeah, exactly. For more information, go to discoverlongisland.com, or please make sure you download our mobile app, because on our mobile app, which is Discover Long Island, we have a wine section, wine country. You can click on wine country and it just tells you everything.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
You know what else is happening?
Tell me.
National Travel and Tourism Week.
Yeah,
May 19th through the 25th.
Of course. This is our industry time. This is our time to shine.
Yeah. This is when we're like, this is why
we do what we do.
We do what we do. And it's awesome because we're going to be doing a lot of social posts about, just fun for you information about tourism on Long Island. Like it's a $6.6 billion industry, like we talk about.
That blows people away. And you know what? That's not normal.
That's not normal.
If you think about Long Island, people don't realize the amount of tourism.
120 miles long.
Exactly. And a lot of our places, especially in the East End, are they're seasonal. And we don't yet have a convention center. And most other places, like major destinations, and I'm talking, Disneyland and Dallas and Indianapolis, like major places, we top them.
I know.
And it blows people's minds.
It blows my mind.
Me too.
But yeah, tourism impacts over 100,000 jobs. And it's just, we talk about it all the time when you're out at a wedding or when you're out to dinner with your friends or your, significant others. Just be kind. Yeah. Be kind to the staff because this is their hardworking job, and it just impacts our region incredibly. So,
and the number one spending in tourism on Long Island, what they spend the number one thing on? Retail.
Yeah.
Shopping.
Why
so you
not?
don't realize that when visitors come, they're shopping in our downtowns, at our local businesses, at the malls.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is like transportation.
Right.
I mean, so people think hotels and restaurants, but really it's shopping, it's transportation, it's so many, like, think about how many people, are agriculture people at the vineyards. They're farmers.
And I love that. We went to the Wine Country board meeting and just meeting them in person and listening to their hardworking stories and what they do.
I love our industry. And these are really hardworking people. You go all the way from people at the very top of the industry, the executives, but you're talking about the housekeeper.
Yeah.
You're talking about the person that does coffee service and, maybe it's a single mom or maybe somebody supporting their family. And it really does matter when you travel.
Yeah.
Everybody at the airports.
Right.
The people on the runways. It really does matter when you travel. You don't realize if you're on your next trip, just for fun, look at every single person you come across from the second you get in your car or car service, or if you go to the gate at the parking lot and somebody's there, the shuttle driver, the flight attendants, the pilots, all the way to the front desk person.
Yeah.
Everyone you come across at every restaurant, every shop. It's really incredible to think about the impact that one person on a trip can make.
Oh my goodness, absolutely.
Anyway, I just love our industry.
Happy National Travel and Tourism Week.
Yeah. And if you're out traveling and you're seeing the impact that you're making, you can do hashtag NTTW, National Travel and Tourism Week, and hashtag Discover Long Island, and we'll share it.
Absolutely.
We're going to be out and about. Share your stuff on our social, and we want to share your tourism impact stories.
I love that.
Yeah, if you're here visiting us.
Idea.
That just came. Yeah, I was like, let's just hashtag it.
Let's just go at it.
Exactly. I love it.
That's awesome.
And then I saw today that we also have some charity.
Yeah, so Bayshore. Bayshore Bites and Brews event is actually the day that this airs. It's that day, Tuesday, May 21st, from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Shoregate in Bayshore. All the proceeds from the event will benefit Long Island Carers, providing 15 meals for every ticket sold. They are already able to provide 2,700 meals to those in need with the tickets sold so far. So this is really a great charity. And it will consist of live music and samples from 20 Bayshore restaurants and breweries, including partners of ours like Taproom, Coastal Kitchen, Salt and Barrel, and much more. So the event link will be linked to the show notes. So if you have time, go on and get yourself a ticket and stop by. I might be there. You never know.
Well, it's down the street.
It's down the street, shoregateli.com.
I love it. And real quick, one thing back to kind of the National Travel and Tourism Week that I saw at Memorial Weekend. It's supposed to be, according to AAA, the second busiest Memorial Day for air ever, and a record-breaking road travel.
I saw that. I thought that was really interesting because what is it? It's Thanksgiving is the first day, right?
Yes. for the number one busiest day. I think so, but for record breaking for Memorial Weekend though, for travel.
Okay.
So I think that's for other people though, because what I would say is like what I learned when I moved to Long Island is people are like, listen, Kristen, because I was going back and forth to Arizona, seeing my family or whatever. And they're like, no. Summer, you stay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Winter, you leave.
Yeah.
And of course I like staying at winter too, but no, I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere Memorial Weekend. I'm gonna be here.
Right.
I was
this is summertime.
Long Islanders, we're here.
Yeah.
But people are traveling on the road to us.
Right.
Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
We absorb
Come
that
on,
travel.
come all.
Exactly. We're not necessarily going places, but we're absorbing all that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a busy weekend. So again, make sure you make your plans. If you're going to the air show, go early because they actually do close the road.
Yeah.
And anything you're doing, just get there early, get your spot on the beach.
Yep. Exactly.
Should be a beautiful
the weather
weekend.
is nice.
I know. Can we skip to some celebrity real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just have some fun.
Okay.
Do you have some?
I heard it may or may not be true.
Let's hear it.
Sources say J-Lo and Ben splitting up again.
Oh, that's
I don't know how true this is. They say it because she was seen house hunting alone, and rumors that he moved out. So I don't know.
Well, I hope that's.
I mean, come on.
I hope it's not true.
I hope it's not true because they're
J-Lo,
adorable. Like they're my
favorite. Are you
favorite.
still going to the J-Lo concert, Michael?
As of right now, unless it gets canceled, I don't know.
I feel bad for J-Lo, and I'm a longtime J-Lo. I know you're not a big fan, but and I get it. Not everybody's bright and shiny and unicorns and rainbows all the time,
right?
You know, J-Lo might have a little bit of a diva-esque attitude, and to me, I'm like, let her. She's earned it. I think she's super talented, and you know, we talked about her thing. I think she still tries to prove herself a little too much, but that viral TikTok that was going around where she was the Met Gala, and she's got this. I mean, she's got this dress that took like 800 hours with a zillion beads and all this, and she's trying to. I'm sure she hasn't eaten in a week.
Right.
She's trying to navigate these stairs. And she's already been through a whole slew of photography and cameras where she stood there and smiled and gave her fierce J-Lo look for however long. And then she's walking upstairs and someone was like, J-Lo, who are you wearing? And you could tell she almost didn't even acknowledge. And then, but she did. She was like, you know, she looked over. She's like, whatever. She said the dress name. I forget the dress name, but she said it and kept walking. People are like, she's so rude. The attitude. And I'm like, you're lucky she acknowledged you.
Yeah, she looked at you.
You don't, by the way, just because you shout out a question to anyone on the street doesn't mean that they're obligated to acknowledge you. I don't know. I have a different view of, I'm just like, these celebrities are so scrutinized for everything that they do and say and every facial expression they make. But I feel bad for her and Ben. And because he was on his tirade with the roast.
Yeah. I don't know how true it is. I'm just saying that it could be wrong, but I just think that really, guys, like
so much pressure on them. It's too bad. You know, they're so in the public eye.
Maybe
it's gotta
third
be
time's
hard.
a charm when they break up and then come back together again. I don't know.
I hope it's not true because, you know, I think everybody deserves happiness and those two have been through it. Hey, speaking of the roast, did you see
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'll never do that again. He was really mostly upset about how it affected his kids. But listen, they said all the comedians that they said they would leave his kids out of it, and to their point, you know, Gisele Bündchen is also a public figure, so they kind of have every right to talk about her too. But I think it's just, you know, we said it last time. You signed up for this. You're allowing it.
And my question goes back to the why. I would never sign up for that.
Right.
And I don't understand the purpose of it. Like why I just don't understand roasts. It's fine to get if you're up giving a speech and you give a little jab, you know, a little funny tongue-in-cheek thing. But I just don't understand the point of getting up and ripping someone to shreds and pointing out all their flaws. And
I think it's like I agree, it's mean. But
it's mean-spirited.
You sign up for it, but it's also like you're a public figure. Might as well just address the 700-pound gorilla in the room. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think it is.
I don't know. I saw it and I was like, yeah, why did you sign up for that?
Yeah.
I hope somebody made a bunch of money off of that. And I have a feeling it was Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's some interesting news. Did you hear? I've got a lot of things. Did you hear that George Clooney is making his Broadway debut.
No.
In Good Night, Good Luck. It's premiering in spring of 2025.
Wow.
I think it was a movie that he starred in.
Yeah.
And so he's going to be on Broadway for the first time.
That's amazing. Hello, George.
I know.
I'll come see you.
And again, this is where we're like so lucky because we'll be like, yeah, we'll just take the train in.
Yeah.
It's because we can.
Yep.
Love it. Interesting news.
Okay.
Did you hear that Punxsutawney Phil and his partner Phyllis had 2 babies?
No. That's amazing.
Yes.
Only 2?
2.
Okay.
Sunny and Shadow.
Why wouldn't it be Sunny and Cher?
Because Shadow. Sunny and Shadow.
I know, but they're Phil and Phyllis.
I know. I don't know. So Sunny is the female and Shadow is the male.
All right.
And in case you're wondering, the organizers of Groundhog Day stressed heavily that they were not the heirs to this, that the sole responsibility of determining the season length is still Punxsutawney Phil.
Okay. All right.
So don't get excited. Heir apparent. Okay. I was like, okay. I mean, is this really
this is a real thing?
Are people really upset about
real
this?
Thing.
They were like, it's still him. They're not the heir apparent. And I'm like, but of course they are.
Yeah.
I mean, if something happens to Punxsutawney Phil,
right,
you know it's going to be Sunny and Shadow. If it's the kicker, I'm sure it'll be Shadow the male, not Sunny the female. God forbid women are making decisions. Sorry. Anyway, I want to rant.
Oh my God, that's
I know.
so
I can't
funny.
help it. Speaking of powerful women, Melinda Gates is stepping down from the charity that she shares with the Bill and Melinda Gates charity. Yeah. And her walk away for the agreement to step down from that charity is she gets $12.5 billion to spend on philanthropy.
Oh my gosh.
That's just the charity money that she has. Her portion is $12.5 billion, and cheers to her, she's going to use it to help women and families.
Love that. Good, Melinda. I love that.
Way to go, Melinda. Still making headlines. Do you have any more?
No, I think you have a ton.
I do. I don't know why I've been on fire.
You
I'm
are on fire.
And this.
Did you read like a U.S. Weekly?
No, I don't know why. I just been every time I read something, I just
jot it down.
Okay. Did you hear they announced the Golden Bachelorette?
I did. I saw that. She looked beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Her name is Joan Vassos. She's 61.
Wow.
# goals.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I loved her. She was on the first one, but she was only on it for like 3 weeks because I think her daughter had just had a baby.
Okay.
And was having like a lot of difficulty. I don't know if it was postpartum or what was happening, but her daughter called her like crying and she needed her mom.
Yeah. Aww.
And she's like, at the end of the day, I'm always a mom.
Yeah, exactly.
And she had to walk away from the Golden Bachelor.
Wow.
And cheers to her because now she's the Golden Bachelorette.
Yes, good.
I know.
That's so cute.
I hope they turn out better than the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah.
3 months or something.
It wasn't even 3 months, but I feel like that's like all the time.
Yeah. It's
on
weird.
These shows.
Hopefully better results for her, but she's gorgeous.
Stunning.
I love it that she's representing older women.
Yeah. 61. She's like goals.
Yeah.
My God.
I was looking at her. I'm like, she has hair extensions.
Oh,
you don't have hair that thick at 61. I need some hair extensions.
Got a lot
I need
more
to call
than
Kathy.
hair
Kathy, if you're listening. I need some J-Lo.
J-Lo.
Hair extensions.
J-Lo weaves.
J-Lo's hair looks
so
just fire. The last thing I will say, I don't know, well, maybe not the last thing. We can talk about other things. But did you see who the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine is?
No.
I mean, it's unusual.
Okay.
It's Gayle King. I mean, listen, speaking of older women.
Yeah.
And Ozempic.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And by the way, everybody's on Ozempic. I don't think I'm outing her. I think she's actively on it. By the way, I'm not shaming
she was
her.
On like Oprah's.
Yeah, thing. In any way. So, listen, cheers to her. I mean, I guess I wouldn't think that that's usually Sports Illustrated. That's not usually the MO, I guess. But
Well, you know what else I heard is that the Angels are coming back. Victoria's Secrets is doing their runway show again for the first time in 4 years.
I'm here for that.
I'm here for that too.
Like, I used to love that. And I'm a woman. Like, that, I don't see why that's not empowering.
Well, they were like, I don't know. I think it was like body positivity type of thing. But no, I think I'm here for that. Bring it. Come on, girls.
Yeah. Did you hear that Miss America and Miss Teen America have both stepped down from their roles? Is
it misconstrued information?
No, I think I think a couple of things. I think it's an intense calendar. Mm-hmm. It's like when we tell people,
right,
when they work here, this is what's expected of you.
Yeah,
you're going to have to work these hours, this much travel, and you think you know until you're doing it. So I think it's a lot of responsibility and travel, and maybe they get in it and they're like, what am I doing this for?
Right.
And then there was a couple of stories about like maybe there were some advancements made on them that they didn't feel 100% protected by the organization, which is critical, obviously.
Yeah.
If you don't feel like you're supported by the organization. And then I don't remember if it was Miss America or I think it was Miss Teen America. The first runner-up who was supposed to step into the role was like, no, I'm good. I'll pass. I already have other commitments.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know if it's just maybe not worth it, what they're getting. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
People don't realize, you talk about being on all the time, representing the organization. I don't know. Maybe it's lost its cachet.
I don't know. We have a hot tea. Remember April? She was at our live show. She was Miss New York or Miss Earth New York or something.
Yes.
I follow her on Instagram and just watching what she goes through, like she's stunning. I mean, she's gorgeous.
April, I love you.
Just like literally seeing her pictures and just she's all over the place.
It's a lot to do. And I think, and that's what they said. It was like mental health reasons. Like you're asking too much of them.
It's exhausting.
And if you put a schedule together that's not realistic and they can't keep up with it and then have time to, like Michael always says, recharge your social battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, you got to think, I've got to, like we were saying last week, it's mental health month.
Right.
You've got to protect your mental health and yourself first and your peace. And so I think the organization should probably look long and hard at what their expectations are of that role.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I know. Yeah. I heard that and I was like, oh, that's those poor girls. And last but not least, R.I.P. Red Lobster.
I know. Yeah.
When's the last time you've been to a Red Lobster?
I don't think I've ever been to a Red Lobster.
Michael?
The only time that I've ever gone to Red Lobster is with Abby.
With Abby, right.
She is like Red Lobster's like brand ambassador, like non-sponsored. She swears
she loves
by
it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, those cheesy biscuits.
So good.
I buy them. Like
they're so good.
You can buy them at Stop and Shop.
They sold it, right? But does that mean that it's like over?
I think it's over. I thought it was like
Really?
bankrupt, right?
Yeah, the one in Stony Brook closed. So little tea for you. Red Lobster was my very first job.
Oh, I love that for you.
In West Texas. Why anyone is thinking they're getting quality seafood in the middle of West Texas.
You've definitely leveled up.
Thank you. And I don't even, care that much about seafood, but I was a hostess.
I love that.
That was my very first job. I was 15 years old.
That's awesome.
I still have pictures of my little collar. And I think that was even before they had the cheesy biscuits. I'm dating myself. But R.I.P. Red Lobster. Thank you for giving me my first job into the hospitality industry for National Travel and Tourism Week. You'd be amazed at how many people work their way up.
Oh, yeah.
In the hospitality industry, and their first jobs are in a restaurant or at a hotel.
It's amazing.
Or in the industry in some capacity. So you gave us many good years, Red Lobster. You introduced a lot of people that are nowhere near water.
Nowhere near water.
To seafood.
Yeah. And I wonder if you'll still be able to buy the biscuits at Stop and Shop.
I don't know, because those are good. Good. I've had those too, and they're bomb. So anything else before we, you know what? There's a couple of things happening this weekend.
Oh, okay.
So let's wrap up with what you can do this weekend on Long Island, because there's some really good show. We talked about the Jones Beach Air Show a lot. Obviously, there's also, which I think is something really cultural and fabulous. We love our partners at the Vanderbilt Museum and Planetarium, and they're having Shakespeare in the Courtyard.
I love that. That's so amazing.
On Friday, May 24th.
And then on Saturday, May 25th, is the LGBT Network Summer Kickoff Party at Bridgehampton Tennis Surf Club. That's so fun.
Are you going to that this year, Michael?
This year, I don't think I can go.
Oh, Michael went last year. And it was really fun.
So much fun. And just everybody there at the LGBT Network is just so amazing.
They are
really
awesome people.
And I know, they're on my list. I've got to follow up with them because they've got a lot of good stuff coming up for their June Pride Month that we're going to be hopefully partnering with them on. So more to come on that.
Rapunzel at Engelman Theater in Northport.
Yes, cute. And get this. This is how you know it's really summer.
Yes.
There's 2 ways you know it's summer. Jones Beach Air Show.
Yep.
Number 1. Also, 1.A. Okay, it's not even over. Opening day of Splish Splash.
I love this. Splish Splash in Riverhead is like our very own water park on Long Island. It is so much fun.
It's one of the largest water parks in the country.
Yes.
And it is so fun. And they're such great partners of ours. We love them. And we just posted a ticket giveaway.
Oh.
Yeah. So follow our social. Is it the T social, Michael, or is it Discover Long Island?
Discover Long Island.
Okay. The Discover Long Island Instagram. And I think it's a cabana for 6 people or something.
That's so cool.
This is not just a ticket.
No, that's awesome.
This is like a VIP day at Splish Splash.
Yes. And those cabanas are so necessary, especially when you travel with 13 people.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That is so funny.
And it's not inexpensive.
No,
right?
it's not.
So this is a huge value to our hot teas. And thank you, Splish Splash, for loving our podcast and giving our hot teas and our Discover Long Island followers this amazing, amazing opportunity. So make sure you go on that. And another one of our really most fun things, we love the Ducks.
Yes,
the Long Island Ducks. Baseball.
Bark in the Park. MLB does this too, and it's so cute where you get to bring your dog to the park. That's happening Saturday, May 25th at Long Island Ducks.
So fun. So much going on. Again, always make sure you're following our social channels. We have 11 of them.
Yes.
P.S.
Insane.
We are all over the place. We have 3 TikTok channels, in case you didn't know: Discover Long Island, New York, and the Long Island Tea Podcast now.
Yes.
To follow us on TikTok. We also have a Pinterest page.
Yeah.
We have an X thread. There's so much that we're everywhere.
We are everywhere.
So just look for us. And if you're thinking, you love what we're talking about here today, leave us 5 stars.
And DM us when you want us to talk about something fun.
That's true. And make sure you tune in early next week. It'll be Friday.
Yes.
We'll be live. You'll have the live recording and you get to listen to us a little bit early all week long. And we'll be giving you all the sneak peek of the Jones Beach Air Show. So make sure you tune into that one.
See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.